My surname is ASADULLAH. And no, it's not Arab. The name is actually Afro-Asiatic. Y'all see all this Hebrew and Arabic writing? My name is on the screen right now. One of those is my name. One of them says Shalom, and the other says ASADULLAH. Look up my name meaning. Bro, I ain't tripping on these people. I ain't trying to be like them, and I ain't trying to be liked by them. That's not me. That's you. Everything I'm about to say, you already know it to be true. You are a slave. You are a slave to money, to social economics, to status, to politics, to ideology. You have sold your soul to have a place in a world order that you should naturally oppose. You know, one of the things I find laughable about the pro-black Pan-Africanist type of brother, right? Or the, you know, anybody who believes in any of these ideologies, you know, it's kind of an amalgamation of ideologies that come together to produce a certain type of black American. But anyway, one of the things I find laughable about these people is in how they try to justify their beliefs with the simplest of arguments, the most rudimentary type of arguments. One brother came on my page, right? Now he's mad because I was, you know, because I mentioned about not teaching children slavery, right? He said that you shouldn't be ashamed of your heritage. I explained that slavery is not my heritage. I am a direct descendant. My direct ancestors were indigenous black Americans. You know, it's not my fault if y'all believe fake history. It's not my fault if y'all believe what the Europeans teach you about the out of Africa theory. That none of that stuff is true. Human beings were all over this planet, and 90% of them are black. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. Human beings were all over this planet, and 90% of them were black. There were blacks literally all over the globe. But anyway, one man said that to prove me wrong, first of all, he used the Bible, which is, that's ideology, bro. Next thing, he repeated a whole bunch of stuff he heard from other people, which that's hearsay, bro. You know, it's like the mind of children. And the last thing he did say, well, your surnames. Our surnames came from slavery. I said, okay. If our surnames came from slavery, how do you expect meeting all these Asians named Tom and Byron and Kevin and all this stuff? How do you explain that? See, then he didn't know what to say. I said, how do you explain all the Africans? I met, literally, now this is a true story. About 25 years ago, I was helping, man, rest in peace, my dog dead. I was helping his old lady move some stuff into a college, out the college dorm where she was living. She was moving in with him from the college dorm. And one of the guys that was helping me move her was an African dude. I think he was in like an engineering or chemistry course or something like that in America. And his name was Mike. This is a real story. His name was Mike. Michael something. His name was Michael something. He didn't even have an African last name. And she introduced me as Kush. And he looking at me like, Kush? He said, what kind of name is Kush? I said, no, what kind of name is Mike? You know what I'm saying? What kind of name is Kush? Then I went to break it down about Nubia, about the Kushites, about Cush that's in the Bible, about Noah's grandson named Cush. He didn't know about none of this stuff. And he was born and raised in Africa. He had no idea about none of it. He didn't know they had a place called Cush. He had never heard of the kingdom of Cush, the empire of Cush. This is crazy. He didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. So he was real condescending, I guess, because he figured I'm just a low-life black American, right? You know, this chick was Creole, so I don't know how he judged her, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, niggas from especially from other countries, they think Creoles are not black, you know? It's crazy, you know? So she was Creole, but I guess he figured I'm just a no-life black American, and he's trying to look down on me. But his name is Mike. My name is ASADULLAH. You know what I'm saying? My name is Kazim ASADULLAH. His name is Michael, like Michael Benson or Michael Brefford. I mean, he had a typical European name. But let me go back to the point. Y'all know I'm scatterbrained when I go to talking down these things. I got experiences for everything. I got situations that I can recall on everything, you know what I'm saying? So let me go back to the point. The point is, the dude said our surnames are because of slavery. But I met a dude born and raised in Africa, had a full European name. I've met an uncountable number of Asians that have full American names. Or European names. How do you explain that? Now, I kind of gave him the answer. That's the mistake I made. I explained that colonization took away names. Assimilation took away names, not slavery, right? You meet all of these Asians because of assimilation. All these Asian or European names because of assimilation. You meet all of these Africans with European names because of colonization. You meet Black Americans with European names because of colonization. Had nothing to do with slavery, right? Actually, it was a bit of both here. Colonization and assimilation. That was our problem, right? So, of course, he's cornered now. So he come back and say, yeah, Africans changed their name because of colonization, but here in America, slavery took away our names. I said, bro, you have no proof of that. You're just saying something to try to justify something. I said, but here we go. Let's talk, because he asked me what my surname is. My surname is ASADULLAH. And no, it's not Arab, because Arabia was once counted as Northeast Africa. That was an African continent. That was a part of the African continent at one time. Arabia was. So it's not an Arab name. The name is actually Afro-Asiatic. The Afro part just means black. The Asiatic part is the important part, because that's actually our continental label. Because at one time, when everything was connected, when all the continents were connected, that part was always called some form of Asia, Eurasia, you know what I'm saying? It was always some form of Asia. So we became known as Asiatic people because that's the regions that we came from. So we are Asiatic blacks. That is actually our true continental identity, right? Because you can't really say race. It's kind of a, the human family is all one. So it's kind of an ethnic identity, right? We're Asiatic. So my name is Afro-Asiatic. A lot of y'all think that is Arab. Oh, you got an Arab name. No, I don't. Do y'all know that something like only like 10% of Middle Eastern Muslims even speak Arabic? Arabic is an African language. Same thing with Hebrew. Hebrew is Afro-Asiatic. Look it up. You can Google Afro-Asiatic names languages. Afro-Asiatic languages right now, and you're gonna see Hebrew and Arabic listed. So anyway, he said the surnames we got because of slavery. So here's my proposition to you, brothers and sisters. Why not change your names? If you honestly believe that the name that you have on your back is the name of the people that owned and whipped and beat and abused your ancestors, then why in the hell are you still walking around with that name? Why? I'm gonna tell you why, because you don't really believe it. See, you believe it outwardly, but it's in here that matters. You believe it somewhat psychologically. It dictates a lot of how you move and do things, because, see, let me tell you about human beings. We have conscious actions and unconscious actions. The belief in slavery and stuff like this is a conscious action. This is why they groom you and beat it into you. So when you think, you act upon it. But if you're not thinking about it, you don't act upon it, because you have nothing in here. But something that is real to you, it's there whether you're thinking about it or not. It's there. There is no switch for conscious and unconscious if it's something that's real to you. There is no switch, right? It's always there. The reason why you have to be consciously thinking and moving according to that belief is because that's all it is a belief. It's not a memory. It's not an experience. It's a belief. So because it's not a memory, you don't act like it's a memory. Because if you really, and you gotta think about this too, you got black people, so to speak. The second they were released out of slavery, they should have took back They should have took their own names back, right? Or something. Well, by then they didn't know what their names were. It was so many years that passed. Y'all got a convenient excuse for everything. But they still didn't have to keep those names. They still had to keep the so-called names of the people that owned their people, their families. Why not just change your name? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the first thing we got to do is change our names. When I was in prison, I used to give lectures. And I tell you, bro, it was no less than 50 to 100 dudes changed their name. I did the paperwork for them, changed their names while in prison. Because I was teaching them about the importance of your name. Because they were like, man, you know, they love my name. Everybody loved my name. And the crazy thing, black people hear me say my name. First thing they ask me, what your name mean? But y'all names don't have a meaning. But y'all quick to ask me what my name mean, as if that matters. But you around here calling yourself Byron Culpepper. What's your name mean? What does your name mean? And whether you know it or not, my name is on this screen right now. Y'all see all this Hebrew and Arabic writing? My name is on the screen right now. If you really believe that your name was the result of slavery, why in the hell are you still walking around with it? Why? Why? Tell me why. And y'all got the nerve to tell me I got a victim mentality. See, y'all can't play with me like that, bro. Y'all gonna have to miss me with all this bull, bro. Y'all gonna have to miss me with all this bull, bro. Because it's not gonna sell with me, man. I have no inferiority complexes, man, because I am ASADULLAH. Look up my name meaning. Bro, I ain't tripping on these people. I ain't trying to be like them, and I ain't trying to be liked by them. That's not me. That's you. When I walk in the spot and they read my name, they know I ain't one of them. They know I ain't trying to be one of them. Now, unfortunately, the confusion is that my name is Arab, but I mean, that's just part of the propaganda machine that we have outlawed. Because see, if they admit that Hebrew and Arabic are Asiatic names, Afro-Asiatic words or languages, then they got to admit that Islam is Afro-Asiatic. They got to admit that Judaism, which actually practices Islam, is Afro-Asiatic. They got to admit that these languages are actually black people languages, and that Africans did not start speaking Arabic after the Arabs went over there and enslaved Africans. Man, they can't never enslave us, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping, man. That's our language that they adopted, and only like 10% of them speak Arabic. So how could they push a language onto us when most so-called Eurasians, because that's what they are, the so-called Middle Eastern, they are Eurasians. 90% of the Eurasians don't even speak English. They speak Indo-European languages. I mean, Arabic. They don't speak Arabic. They speak Indo-European languages. Only a few speak Arabic, but y'all say that few got all of Africa speaking variations of Arabic. Because see, y'all gotta understand, Swahili was also written just like Arabic at one time. That's how Swahili was written. It changed to so-called Latin letters after colonization. But Swahili is actually a cousin to Arabic. Hebrew is just a cousin to Arabic. And Africa, they actually speak like 30 languages, 30 variations of Hebrew and Arabic spoken all throughout Africa. They've been lying to y'all about everything, man. This is black people. In fact, they have proof that we spoke Amharic Hebrew over here. Basically, that the form of Hebrew that they speak in Ethiopia today, that's Hebrew. That's Amharic Hebrew. We actually got proof that in the Americas, that's the language we spoke over here in the Americas. Same language. So y'all think it's a coincidence that the early Europeans described us as looking like the Ethiopians? Y'all think it's a coincidence that they thought when they went into the West Indies that the people looked like the Indians, the East Indians? Because they do. You know what I'm saying? They do look like that. West Indian blacks have similar features. They do look like them, especially when the women take care of their hair, because that's really the only thing that's messing us up right now is our females don't represent. But if black men, women to get back to taking care of their hair, you will see how they really look. That hair on their head can be conditioned to hang all the way down and be long and beautiful. The problem is they have forgotten how to train it. They've forgotten how to train their hair. So they take the shortcut out of laziness and put a hair hat on and flip it all around and stuff. But their own hair could do that. They got to train it. And the women over here used to train their hair from young. It's just certain things that we've gotten away from. I remember seeing it when I was small. The girls I grew up with all had long, pretty hair, bro. Because from young, they would start training their hair. By the time them girls were 13, 14, 15, 16, that hair was beautiful. That hair was beautiful, and it was their hair. And it was beautiful because once you train it, it changes the way it grows out of the scalp. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I know I go all over the place. Y'all gotta excuse me. Back to what I was saying. The point I'm making is that it's always been black people all over the world. This is our language. This is all our stuff. Everything came from us. We were all over the place, especially within the 33rd parallels, all over the globe. But if you honestly believe that the only reason why we are here is because of slavery and that our names are the result directly of slavery, then I have to ask you, why in the hell are you still walking around with the white man's name on your back? And as I was about to say, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the first thing you do is change your name. If you can't think of a last name to give yourself, put an X back there. Change your name. Change your name. I mean, if you need legal help changing your name, I can help you. I could put together a package for you it's just a document. I could put it together for you real quick. Now, I might do the first few for free. After that, I'm gonna start charging, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna charge like lawyer fees and nothing like that, you know, $25, $50, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know, then you pay their own filing fees and shit. Filing fees gonna vary from state to state. But change your name. I've done many name changes. Change your name. Because that's the first form of revolution you can do. That's the first revolutionary act you can do is declare that you are your own person. Dogs are named by their masters. Slaves are named by their masters. Freemen name themselves. I'm gonna end it there, man, because you got a lot of nerve to tell me that you honestly believe that your name came from slavery, but you still walking around with it, and you're proud of it. You're not only walking around with it, you didn't name your sons. You didn't name your daddy named you Kevin Culpepper II. You didn't name your son Kevin Culpepper III. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, y'all tripping. If you really believe that this come from slavery, when are you gonna break the cycle? At what point are one of y'all gonna say, okay, man, let's at least take away these white folks' names, man, you know what I'm saying, and give ourselves Afro-Asiatic names, give ourselves Asiatic names again so that we can be proud, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't know our some of our original indigenous languages over here in America, you know what I'm saying? They did completely wiped it out. We have no knowledge of that, very little. In New Orleans, every year around Mardi Gras time, we still have certain songs that are played where you can hear the language, you know what I'm saying, in the songs, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, a lot of what it means, most of us don't know. We repeat the words, but we have no idea what the songs are saying, you know, and it's just like that, you know what I'm saying? So they did a good job of wiping out a lot of that. But what we do know is my name ain't Kevin Smith. That much we do damn know. So go find your Asiatic name and give yourself a proper name. That's the first thing you could do to break away the psychological chains of slavery. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're telling me that you just want to be a slave forever. That's all you're saying. I love being a slave. So, miss me with that, bro. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Elf. Salam.